Professor Johnson.
Thank you for coming.
Would you mind telling me why you got me out of bed at 7 o'clock on a Sunday morning?
I don't have much time left. I need your help.
You know, I almost called the campus police. I thought you were being held hostage or something when you told me to come to the biology building at this hour.
Listen, I don't have time to waste.
Look at you. It looks like you haven't slept all night.
If you must know, I haven't slept for 3 days. What do you see there?
Professor Johnson, I'm not a paleontologist. I am a professor of cosmology, you know, astronomy, physics, mathematics.
Just tell me what you see.
It's a rock.
I know it's a rock. It's a Precambrian rock. What's embedded in the rock?
It looks like a fossilized fern.
That's right. It's a fully formed fern. No transitional forms, no intermediates, no simpler life forms, just ferns. They're all like that. Some have different plants. But there are no other life forms, no missing links. None.
Maybe I should take you over to the campus medical center.
I'm not crazy. I'm just desperate. Here, what do you see?
I don't suppose you want to hear that it's a rock.
It's fossil from the Cambrian period.
It looks like a snail shell and some other animal, maybe a crab or something. But I don't see what this has to do with cosmology. Maybe you should get some rest.
I'll get some rest after 9 o'clock. Don't you see the problem?
Actually, no, I don't.
Then, let me explain it to you. Before the Precambrian period there is no life on Earth. Then, boom. Fully formed complex plants appear with built-in pipelines and reproductive systems. Not a single intermediate plant or transitional form appears in the fossil record, no missing links.
You said that.
Then it happened again during the Cambrian period. First, there's just plants but no animals, then boom. Complex animals appear with complex sensory systems, motor systems, digestive systems, reproductive systems, but there are no transitional forms at all in the fossil record, no missing links. None.
That's very nice.
You think I'm nuts, don't you?
No, you're just tired. Why don't you?
Look. I've got just over an hour to come up with an explanation or
what?
I don't even want to think about it. What I need from you now is evidence of panspermia.
Oh, that.
What do you mean, oh that? You know what panspermia is, don't you?
Yes. That's the idea that life forms, the missing links, somehow migrated to Earth from other planets through space.
Well, I heard some of you cosmologists were gathering evidence to support panspermia.
Well, that was way back in the 60s and 70s, when a people like Carl Sagan estimated that there were tens of thousands of planets, like stars in the universe, that were capable of sustaining life.
You mean, there's not?
Back then, Sagan was only aware of 3 or 4 limiting factors which prohibited life on a given planet.
How many are there now?
Over 40.
40?
And the number of limiting factors is growing every year, as our measurements of the universe become more precise.
Just tell me how many other planets can sustain life.
According to the latest calculations, there shouldn't be any.
Oh, no. You mean Earth is the only planet with life on it?
According to the calculations, there shouldn't even be life on Earth. The universe is very hostile toward life.
You're no help at all.
In order to make planet Earth hospitable to life, somebody did a lot of tweaking, adjusting and fine-tuning of the conditions on Earth.
Don't say that. I don't want to hear that.
I don't understand. What's going on with you?
It's Tisdale.
Professor Tisdale.
Yes. He has been a thorn in my side since he joined the faculty.
What does Professor Tisdale have to do with anything?
He gave me an opportunity to remove him from the faculty and I took him up on it.
You lost me.
We made a wager on Thursday. He said if I could come up with some solid evidence for evolution by Sunday morning at 9 o'clock, he would submit his resignation.
Oh. I see.
You've got to help me. You've got to.
Have you looked into abegenesis?
Yes. I researched that completely. Everybody who believes in evolution assumes that living cells can be assembled by chance from non-living chemicals. But there is not a single article in the literature that even attempts to explain the development step-by-step through random processes.
None.
None. It turns out that even the simplest bacteria cell has more information in its DNA than the Encyclopedia Britannica. And the automated transportation system inside a cell needed to move around the amino acids and proteins is more complex than the computerized luggage handling system at Denver International Airport. It's way too complex to have been developed through random processes here on Earth. I was hoping you could come to the rescue with a theory of how life came here from another planet.
I'm sorry. But even if I could explain how it came from another planet, that doesn't solve your problem.
It doesn't?
No. You still have to explain how a living cell, that complex, could assemble itself by random processes on the other planet.
You're right. All this time we have been just assuming that evolution is true. But there's not a speck of evidence to prove the assumptions. It looks like Tisdale stays on the faculty.
You made a wager with him. You didn't tell Professor Tisdale that you would quit, did you?
No. Worse than that.
What could be worse than losing your job?
I have to go this morning and listen to a lecture on how life really began on Earth.
On Sunday morning.
Yes. I'll see you later. I have to go dress for church.
See 2001 play by Bob Snook. Conditions: Fuse do not sell any part of this script, even if you rewrite it. Pay no royalties, even if you make money from performances. You may reproduce and distribute this script freely, but all copies must contain this copyright statement.